For a few years, leading tech companies were in a race to achieve quantum supremacy, a milestone in which a quantum computer would outperform the world's fastest supercomputer. In 2019, Google made headlines when they announced their quantum computer, Sycamore, completed a specific calculation task in 200 seconds. This same task would have taken a normal computer 10,000 years. Ladies and gentlemen, the world today will not be the world tomorrow. The world in 10 years will not be the same as the world tomorrow. Certainly, 10 years ago, the world was not the same as today. The reason, because of this technological advancements that have propelled us into the digital era. We are assisted by technology at every single step of our way. Quantum computing is one of those new technologies that has completely revolutionized the world today. AI is something that has been mentioned continuously over and over again, and I know that you guys are tired of hearing this. But the thing is, with quantum computing, AI will only get stronger. So if you're scared now of what could possibly happen with AI, it will only get worse. So you may ask me, what is quantum computing? How does quantum computing work? So let me try to break it down to you in the most simplest possible way I can, because frankly, this is a very difficult topic. I want you to imagine your friendly neighborhood librarian, Miss Jonesy. Miss Jonesy, she's old, but she's kind, but also she can read a book really, really fast. If she really, really wanted to, she could finish all the books in her library, if she wanted to, that's of course. But it would take her a long time. She would have to read each individual book separately, right? Let me introduce you to my good friend, Mr. X. Mr. X is a superhuman. And he's a superhuman because I want you to imagine him like a quantum computer. If Mr. X wanted to compete against Miss Jonesy, which wouldn't be fair, but let's say he wanted to read all the books in the library. He could read every single book in the library at once. His ability to do this is represented by the unique abilities of quantum computing. So I know that's kind of confusing, but let me explain. In a traditional computer, information is stored in something called a bit. A bit can either be on or off, like a light switch. But in quantum computing, information is stored in something called a quantum bit, a qubit. A qubit is different because it could either be on, off, or in a blended state of being on and off. What does that mean? You might ask me, well, how can something be in a blended state? Let me explain. If I have a coin and it's flipping in the air, when that was flipping in the air, could you tell? Was it heads? Was it tails? No, right? So in that way, it's very difficult to understand what a blended state truly is. So another example I could probably give you is me having a magical crayon. Now this isn't an ordinary crayon, because when I draw with this crayon, it draws both red and blue at the same time. And when I draw it, you can't really tell, is this more red? Is this more blue? It's in a blended state. So that represents the unique ability of quantum bits. And this concept is known as superposition, the ability for a quantum bit or a qubit to attain multiple states at once, differentiating it from normal traditional bits. So that's one concept done. Bear with me, only one major one left. So let's say I have my friend, Billy. He's my imaginary friend. He's not here, but I still have him as my friend. And let's say I have 2 coins. I give him 1 coin, and I keep 1. For some reason, Billy decides, let's leave. Let me leave Rayyan, his best friend. And he leaves the stage, he leaves the conference, he gets in his car and goes to the airport. For some reason, he decides to take a trip to the Bahamas. Now he's in the Bahamas and I'm here, and we don't even see each other anymore. We're so far apart, right? But the thing is, we both still have our coins. Let's not forget about those. The secret behind these coins is that when I turn my coin to heads, when I flip it to heads, his coin all the way in the Bahamas will also turn to heads. And when I turn mine to tails, his coin all the way in the Bahamas would also turn to tails. This magical connection between our magical coins represents quantum entanglement. In quantum mechanics and quantum computing, quantum bits are tied together. They're tied together by this magical connection known as entanglement. This means the state of one qubit directly influences the state of another, no matter how far apart they are. So you may ask me now, why am I telling you this? Why does this matter? This matters because we've seen how capable AI has become recently. I know our school definitely has some trouble dealing with AI, but the thing is, the issue is that you can't get rid of it. It will not be going anywhere anytime soon. And to make things worse, with this new technology, it's going to get stronger. Frankly, that's just how it is. You can't change that. But the thing is, though, with AI, there are many downsides currently. Number one, current classical computers take very long time to process high amounts of data. Because quantum computers can process huge amounts of data instantly, because of superposition and entanglement, the processing of high amounts of data will be put into seconds. Furthermore, another issue with AI currently is that it has difficulty processing high-dimensional data sets. You may ask me, Rayyan, what's a high-dimensional data set? Another concept? Let me explain. It's very easy. A high-dimensional data set is a data set that contains a data point and subpoints. Let me explain. Imagine the street you live on. The street has a number of houses. Those represents the main data point. But every house is different, right? Every house has a different number of rooms, different number of square footage, different numbers of living rooms. So they're not the same data points. Each data point has its own characteristics, differentiating it from others. So with quantum computing, these high-dimensional data sets will be able to be analyzed instantly. Finally, another problem with AI is that it is prone to making errors. I know everyone has tried putting in a prompt into ChatGPT and hasn't gotten the perfect response, probably filled with errors. The issue is because AI can make mistakes, because it's still in its infancy. But through quantum computing and AI, quantum computing using the quantum algorithms will reduce these errors to pretty much zero, producing optimal or near optimal solutions. AI has changed my life. It has changed your life. It has changed all of our lives. And it's no denying that it is getting very powerful. And it's starting to sound like our favorite AI takes over the world movie. And it is now an integral part of society. It is not going away anytime soon. So we have to learn to accept and understand that this will be the future of technology. With the new quantum computing technologies, this will be even more advanced. The convergence of AI and quantum computing is going to lead to an era of new possibilities, shattering of what we think is possible now. But when we approach these new technologies, we have to approach them with openness, curiosity, and a commitment to use these technologies for the betterment of humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no room to fear these new technologies. There's only room to learn and understand. Thank you.